season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Cincinnati's offense takes the field and leading the way for the reigning AFC champs is last season's comeback player of the year, a man who needs no introduction, Joe Burrow. Here's Burrow to throw right away.
And right away he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers.
Inside the 20.
And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. The pass receiver turned into a runner, then he turned into a fumbler, and it goes the other way for 6.
I love your description. Although for the offense, they're not too happy about it. But for the defense, what a big-time play for them. Never give up on anything. Sometimes you create your own points.
But the receiver, hard to fault him. He's just going for extra yards.
That's exactly what you're supposed to do, but you have to take care of the football.
Extra point put through by Boswell, and it's now a 7-0 game. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6.
Hill going to sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive.
They were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree, because when you get that open week after a victory.
And now a fumble. The ball's out. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Following the fumble recovery, it's Trubisky sliding out of the pocket. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
That's a great example right there to remind everyone of what a weapon he can be as a mobile quarterback, Charles. Nice play to escape the pocket and get his offense into the red zone with a first down.
And defensive coaches losing their mind on that play because they knew about his mobility coming in, and they preached all week long. If he gets outside the pocket, find receivers in your area and cover them. Otherwise, plays like that will continue to result.
Harris going to get it again on second down.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a first and goal.
Harris will score. Touchdown, Steelers. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the first and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is, I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And Daxton Hill will bring this out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10
at their own 24. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
This goes out wide from Nixon. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll be second down. A first carry for the former Oklahoma Sooner, Joe Mixon. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. This defense for the Steelers, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Again, it's Mixon.
To about the 40-yard line. Well, these two teams met in Pittsburgh earlier in the year, with the Steelers prevailing in that one. So if they can win here in Pittsburgh, they'd be able to claim the season sweep.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. Oh, he's got a little daylight.
And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line.
It's a Bengal 1st down, a pickup of 11.
Here we go. Here we go.
Burrow will throw. To Mixon on the check down. And some room to work. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Oh, well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us.
And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Najee Harris and the rest of this offense work their way back onto the field.
And you see his numbers from a week ago. He was up over 100 yards then, and he's already hit pay dirt here once in this one.
We always talk about quarterbacks and receivers getting into rhythm, right? Really feeling good, finding each other downfield. I think running backs operate the same way. They can hit a good rhythm and a good stride, and he's carrying it over from last week.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that a play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
Over the middle, complete. It's Johnson.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Now Trubisky on 1st down.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. The Steelers at 6-3 on the year, and they come in playing pretty well, 6-3 in their last 9.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked out and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position, their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
The 1-yard line on the other side of the field.
Yes, exactly right. So yes, your definition is apropos in this case.
Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball, pick up the first down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short, that's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash mouth football. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Now it's Burrow. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. That's good, the completion there for 7 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a... Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football. As they've got it with a 3rd down and less than a yard. They're passing here, Joe Burrow.
Got a man, it's Chase, he completes it. And he is going to have a Bengals first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. Burrow looking to pass. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way. And really, we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Throwing again, it's Burrow. Quick slant caught by Chase. The LSU connection, Burrow to Chase for the Cincinnati first. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up in a 3rd and 9 situation. Now Burrow.
He will find his man Chase complete.
And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 39. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. They will throw on first down with Burrow. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Burrow's throw here on target to Hurst.
And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
To the air again, Burrow. Dumps it off to Mixon. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked it down to force a 4th down?
McPherson's kick is good.
And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
So here are the Steelers to take over on offense. They've got the lead right now as they start this drive 1st and 10. Of course, remember they beat the Saints a week ago, so some good momentum rolling right now. Throwing here, Trubisky. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Trubisky. It's brought in by Harris. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris, and he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. On is Presley Harvin now as he'll send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10.
I'm one, right?
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
And he'll be taken down after a pickup of about 7 as the clock will stop here for the 2-minute warning. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2, now Burrow. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So on 4th down, on comes the left-footed punter Kevin Huber to punt it away. Back deep is Gunnar Olszewski. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least 1 home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. From the shotgun is Trubisky. Steps away to his left. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'm guaranteeing he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Trubisky's throwing to the hands of Pickens. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. They go play action with Trubisky. Crossing route catch made by Johnson. And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
From the 36, Trubisky. He finds Austin complete. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts. as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Trubisky. He'll let it fly for Austin. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown.
Calvin Austin,
his 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Steelers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
The Bengal offense going to see the ball one more time in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
On 2, ready?
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. He gets this one to Boyd. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Now Burrow on 1st down. That's complete to the tight end Sample. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
Here we go.
8 yards to go on 2nd down.
11 Thomas. 11 MT. 11 MT. Let's go.
Burrow will throw. That's the tight end Hurst with it. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. 3rd and 7 now. So we reach halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the 3rd quarter and continue this midseason contest. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the 3rd quarter. And able to get this out to the 25. Here comes the Pittsburgh Steelers and running back Najee Harris. And he's closing in on that number that all running backs circled beginning of the year, the number 1,000. Could do it on this drive.
And you have to think to yourself that this moment, getting to this spot, it started in the offseason, right? Not just the workouts, right? Not just getting yourself physically prepared to play, but mentally, as well as your team, as well as your unit, head coach, offensive coordinator. We run the football. We give you opportunities. He's taking advantage of it.
And when you get this close to the mark, you just hope things don't tighten up, right? You probably want to get there and get it in your rearview mirror.
You really do, don't you? Because now it becomes predominant, and you wonder about play calling as well. Do you want to call plays to get that out of the way, or are you still calling plays to win the game first? That becomes the burden of the play calling.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory.
And a lot of times, these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. And some space here. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And Hill will opt for the touchback. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half.
Here we go.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10
at their own 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now it's Burrow.
Over the middle, that's caught by Chase.
So the completion good for 6 yards. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Throw left side complete. That's Boyd.
And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now this one into the hands of the tight end, Hayden Hurst. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And that will bring up 2nd down. A draw play for Mixon. Room here to run.
And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. 57 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign. From the red zone now, here's Burrow 1st down.
They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. That is now 19-yard gains on back-to-back plays. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Mixon is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
So that drive goes 8 plays. And it all culminated in the touchdown run coming from Joe Mixon. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Najee Harris and the Steeler offense set to go to work once again.
So officially now a 1,000-yard campaign for him, but I don't think he's going to take his foot off the gas pedal.
Yeah, it's one of those thoughts, though, that creeps into your mind because there is a little mini celebration over on the sidelines. Everybody, hey, job well done, over 1,000 already. But guaranteed, as you noted, someone jumped in that huddle and said, a lot more to be done, guys. Let's not, would you say, take your foot off the pedal? Let's not do that right now. But there is that possibility as people can get self-satisfied. The greats do not. We'll find out what he's made of.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you got a battle on your hands.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Off the play fake, here's Trubisky.
And this one incomplete, threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
2nd and 10, it's Trubisky again. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Throwing once more, it's Trubisky.
Complete to Austin here over the middle.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 42. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Again, it's Harris on second down.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's Steeler football, and they have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. Already a pair of third down conversions for them on this drive, but right now they need 5 yards on this third down try. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Harris. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on third down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
Now a first down carry for Harris. Pushing and fighting his way in for a Steeler touchdown. Najee Harris, his third touchdown of the game, number 16 on the season.
And the Steelers are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead is up to 18 now. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
They're going to think better of bringing this one out, and the drive will start at the 25.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. He finds his running back, Mixon. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out, and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Here we go.
They will throw on first down with Burrow.
Quick slant caught by Chase. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
That one goes for 30 yards. Burrow looking to pass. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
I believe I could see what they were trying to do there, but unfortunately, the back ran out of room. Too close to the sideline. And for defenders, we're often taught 11 on the field. Those sidelines can become the 12th defender. It worked to the defense's advantage on that play.
And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line.
65 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. This likely a must-have, 3rd and goal.
Burrow. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So now 4th and goal. You're trailing by a decent amount here. What are you doing, Coach Davis?
Well, I've got to think to myself, just how many more opportunities am I going to have this close and have this chance? I've got to go for it right here. The clock's dwindling on me. Let's go get it done.
And he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Steeler defense will celebrate the goal line stand. They turn to Harris to begin the drive. And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. Defensively, Sam Hubbard, the former Buckeye, there to stop him. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down. They go play action. Trubisky. And a most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild. And at the end of all that, it winds up a safety. All right, Charles, help me out here. 4th quarter, you've got the lead, and you run backwards into the end zone. You're just trying to do too much.
I almost don't have words for it. But, you know, every coach that we talk to talks about running backs or people running the football, running north-south, getting upfield. He went way in the opposite direction, and that's going to cost his team.
Yeah, it cost him big time. Still leading, but it costs him. 1st down. Here's Burrow. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. And he's going to be shoved out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A big play there for Cincinnati. 53 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down to Mixon on the check down. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Flush to his right, and he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it, incomplete.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
And they're able to stop him short. On 3rd and 6, they'll only pick up 4.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Turnover that just got them the football back, obviously a big one, because had they been able to score on the other side, this would have been a one-possession game.
So you don't sense full relief here, then?
No, I don't think, especially with the ball this deep in their own territory, because you make a mistake, they've got it right back in prime position.
They certainly do. So now, almost like, almost like a 4-minute offense, right? Take care of this bad boy. Make sure the other team doesn't touch it, but move it with consistent gains, wear down the clock, and make them use their timeouts in this situation.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. From the shotgun is Trubisky. Here's Johnson with a reception. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. pass running straight ahead. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Here's another carry for Harris. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down. Now it's Trubisky. Able to find his man. It's Pickens. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 42. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. And Trubisky down to a knee, and that is all she wrote.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And we talk so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses.
I come alive in the dark, and I keep getting stronger. My limit's the sky. I do the impossible, impossible. Shine if I want to. I win every time if I want to. The world mine if I want to. Make the world mine cause I want to. I pull the sword out the border, walk a floor full of cobras, go to war.